Hi there again, Chris Hansen back here at the Senior Lobby event in 2012 at the State Capitol, actually just adjacent to it here in Olympia, Washington on this Thursday. Looking forward to getting things going here just a little bit as far as the main proceedings are concerned. As far as the initial proceedings are concerned here today, an address from Governor Chris Gregoire is supposed to be around the corner for us here in just a moment. The gentleman who is here at Senior Lobby with us, and actually the moderator for this event today, also happens to be the director, executive director of the Aging and Adult Care here in the Capital area, Mason, Lewis, Thurston County. That would be Dennis Mahar. Thanks for the time here today.
Oh, thanks for being here.
Dennis, is this your first go around as far as emceeing this event is concerned?
No, actually, I've probably done about a dozen of them so far. So I've been around quite a while, so it's a great organization to participate in. So I really enjoyed being here.
Part of life in the Capitol, I imagine you have to do some politics.
Yeah, you do.
Or not,
you do. I mean, this is our main business here in town, government. So
very good. Here with Aging and Adult Care, how long have you been with this Tri-County agency?
I've been with the agency for about 33 years.
33 years, and was this a planned move as far as your career was concerned? Or?
Well, you know, actually, I worked in an area agency in the state of Pennsylvania before I moved to Washington, and then I came to work out here in the Lewis Mason Thurston area agency, and I've loved the work and have been able to stay for all this time.
Very good. Now, we talked about politicking as part of what's almost mandatory when you're in the Capitol. Doesn't matter what business you're in, seems like you have to do a little bit of that. Does that play into your role as executive director of this Tri-County Aging and Adult Care, perhaps more so than it does in others? Does it play a factor in the services you're able to create for folks?
Yeah, well, you know, we have a pretty strong statewide association, and, you know, clearly when you're in Olympia, you're going to cover the things that go on in Olympia, just like if there are a lot of meetings in Seattle, our counterparts up there are going to attend them. And so we do get involved in a lot of legislative issues. The Older Americans Act actually provides a statutory right for area agencies to participate in, elective issues and those kinds of matters to help try to shape public policy. So you do wind up getting called into that a lot when you're here locally. It's a whole lot easier for me to come down and give 10 minutes worth of testimony than it is for folks to come from across the state to do it.
Now, do executive directors or those involved with other area agencies around the state contact you maybe a little bit for some inside information, feeling like you have it based on your proximity to the town?
Well, that and I have been the legislative chair of the state association for a while, and so yeah, we're doing that. But you know, it's really an effort that everybody has to engage in. You know, all politics is local, so what's going on in local communities and how local legislators are seeing things is really pretty critical to what we're doing here in Olympia. So we really kind of work really strongly together, but sure, we're going to be keeping an eye out a little bit more than others, and so we'll share that information with the rest of our colleagues.
Information we're going to hear today, it's obviously on some more shifting tides, but are the tides really going to start pouring in on us soon, or does 2012 hold something different than we might expect, in particular economically?
Well, you know, I'm really optimistic that a lot of our programs will get protected in the budget. I think legislators are beginning to understand that the fastest growing age segment in our population is older people. And so in many respects, population increases and inflation are eating into a lot of our funding. And so I think you're going to see both the House Republican budget and the House Democrats budget both trying to protect aging and long-term care services. They're vital, they're important, and that population is growing. And I think the incredible thing that we've done is we've really reformed. Down here the mantra is reform before revenue. And the truth of the matter is the long-term care system in Washington State, which is ranked second nationally, but only 30th in its per capita expenditures. So we've developed a very cost-effective way of serving people, and I think the legislature knows that, and they've guided a lot of that reform. So I think you're going to see them trying very hard to protect a lot of these aging and long-term care programs.
Very good. Dennis, one last question. We'll let you get back to your business here at Senior Lobby. One of the questions I hear all the time from folks is, well, wouldn't you imagine, because a lot of our legislators, a lot of people that are in government are starting to get aged themselves, they would start to understand these issues from a more root level, from a level that's actually at home, about aches and pains, about services that they might need. Again, they may not be in low-cost areas particularly in need, but they might start understanding from an, hey, I'm getting older perspective. Is that true?
I think an absolute accurate observation. Everybody's got family, and family caregiving issues really are pretty critical. You can't sit around a dinner table anymore out at a restaurant where people aren't talking about my dad or my uncle or whatever. And in much the same way that everybody can relate to kids, everybody can relate to their parents. And I think there is a growing reality about the fact that for some older people, aging isn't really easy. The wonderful thing is that the majority of older people really do age well and function extremely well on their own. small portion that's going to need some formal assistance, and I think legislators, through their family connections, are beginning to understand that.
Outstanding message. And again, Dennis Mahar is a part of that. He is Executive Director of the Tri-County area here around the capital, Lewis Mason Thurston County Area Agency on Aging, and also your Master of Ceremonies here today at Senior Lobby 2012 in the Capitol. Dennis, thanks for the time. We might catch up to you again before the day is out.
You do. Thanks much.